is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful light being, the beautiful angel Dave. Yes, and he is very sleepy right now, and he likes to be here by the balcony door. He enjoys that, looking out to the balcony and watching all the wild animals out there. He really enjoys this. And he just ate, and I prepared him a really, really delicious meal. And so for all people out there, I recommend the Honest Kitchen. That is a wonderful dog food brand. They got the PETA Award for ethical conduct, ethical production, and health, total health, and safety, and total ethics, and they don't have companies conduct metabolic tests on dogs and cats, and it's all natural, and the ingredients are really pure and wonderful. And they have these little packages with dried powdered dog food, and one package goes a long way. You can actually make 2 meals out of it for one day. So for a Basset Hound, I'm talking now, not Great Dane. So Great Dane would need probably 4 of those packages. And what you do is you cook rice, and you put rice on a dish, and depending on the dog size, for a Basset Hound, I would say maybe if he eats twice a day, a cup and a half full of rice, like the big mugs, and pour that package of dried dog food with amazing stuff. It has different flavors, chicken, fish, different types, and it has all kinds of amazing vegetables in it, and good stuff, and vitamins, and amino acids that are very important for dogs. So I pour one package over it. One has to put at least half a cup of water in it as well, and mix it up very well. I put about a handful or 2 of Kibblebitzel, dry dog food. We have been using Rachael Ray dry dog food for Kenny, but I think we're going to switch over to the Honest Kitchen if they make dry dog food Kibblebitzel as well. So we're going to get some of those. And it doesn't even require that much of it, just like a handful or 2. I know that some dry dog food manufacturers, they charge over $100 for a 28-pound bag, which is quite pricey. So Rachael Ray, it is about $1 per pound. So that is a lot better. And the ingredients are fairly okay. I don't know exactly how ethical the manufacturers are that produce the meat of turkey and chicken that comes in the Rachael Ray dog food, so I'm not very informed about that. I think they are on the PETA Good Dog Food list. Because Rachael Ray herself is an animal lover and animal activist. So I think they are. I don't know right now for sure, but people told me that it was recommended. And but either this, or you can also buy the Honest Kitchen dog food, or you can buy Harbingers of a New Age. It's another very good dog food brand. Ellen DeGeneres has her own dog food line, Halo Dog Food, which also got the Peter Bunny Award for ethical production and for safety. And PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, if you go on their website, they have the Good Dog Food Manufacturer list, which I highly recommend to people to look at. And they also have the Bad Dog Food Manufacturers list, and people need to know about this. It's very important. So I think this is highly important that they are monitoring the situation and that they're paying attention and that they have their own, they even have their own news magazine, where people pay attention to how other people who are looked up to, people, celebrity people, how they conduct their lives, because it's very important that people know who is living in which way, and because people should not so blindly look up to someone unless they really know that this person is living a very ethical lifestyle. So they have a whole magazine about the food, also about veganism, about vegan recipes, the celebrities that are on the minus side, the celebrities that are on the plus side, and so they are all paying very good attention to, what's going on, and they have a whole network of people who are helping and who are reporting things when they find out something, when someone investigated something and found out that this company or that company is cruel or unethical, and they report that to Peter, and they will put that into the magazine so that we all can see what's going on. Highly recommend to people to go on their website, also to get a subscription to their magazine. I think the magazine is free, but you can also see the magazine online, which saves paper. It's better. Yeah, so I'm very excited that Paul got the Honest Kitchen packages the other day. I didn't know how good that stuff was. So I heard about the Honest Kitchen before. I had looked them all up. I think I saw that they were all selling these little packages, and I really didn't know what to make out of that, because, with a 220-pound dog, little packages isn't digging it. So we needed to buy like at least 28-pound bags or 50-pound bags and really stock up, and that's what we've always been doing. Sometimes when we found really good dog food, like at the grocery outlet, even vegetarian dog food and ethical, very highly ethical and safe dog food, sometimes that they would sell rests of it, like an outlet situation. We would buy the whole store and then we would store it somewhere in our pantry or in the front room over there, and we'd have it stacked up all the way to the ceiling. And so Kenny has lived on those on one outlet depot that we stacked up. He lived on that for like a year one time, and one of that was vegetarian. He was doing very well on vegetarian dog food. Then I could not find it anymore anywhere. I didn't know where to buy it. And I think we saw some websites, but then they would charge shipping, which would be like almost more than what you pay for the dog food. And so if you compare all of this, then you'll figure, oh, I guess I'm gonna go with this. This has been also recommended. It is more reasonably priced. Why not? So we have to all watch our budget. We are not rich, so we got lucky getting this amazing property and house, but we are not rich by a long shot. So we have to. I still get some money from my parents, and Paul is not making any interest right now, and it's not that easy. So I don't want people to think that we could afford it, because we have to be watching out, to what we're spending. If I want to buy a recliner, I have to be very careful on how much money I spent on that recliner. I can't just go and buy any recliner, so I have to look and see, look at the prices and whether the recliner is ethical, from an ethical production, and is made out of microfiber, synthetic material, synthetic leather, fake leather. I don't buy any leather products or any animal products at all. So I recommend to other people not to do this either, because it is cruel. It comes usually out of not so ethical productions, and it usually comes from sort of exploitation situations. So we want to pay attention to what we buy. I think that's very, very important. And yeah, and we always have to also compare the prices and see that we don't get ripped off with something. But in general, yes, the ethical companies, they usually charge a little bit more, and that is not the right incentive. I mean, I don't blame them, because they spend more on making it. So for anyone who can afford it, please buy those. Get those. Look at the PETA dog food list. Only get the ethical ones. For the other people too. And they are differently priced. Not all of them are very expensive. And you can also make your own dog food. You can cook rice. You can even buy, for example, you could buy chicken broth powder at Star West Botanicals. You can buy that in bulk, and you can put half a cup of that over the rice and mix it in, just like the little packages from the Honest Kitchen. So, but the Honest Kitchen has some other really vital ingredients in it that seem very, very good, amino acids and minerals and stuff like that. So, and they pay very close attention that this is not coming from some cruel factory farm, that material. Yeah. I don't know about Star Wars Botanicals. They pay attention to ethics, and they don't buy any kind of bulk items that are coming from a cruel production or some unfair business or exploitation situation. So, but I don't know exactly how those chickens were handled, or the turkey that were then later on made into this chicken broth or turkey broth. But yeah, that should be a little bit more reasonable. And I was thinking about getting that as well. But I think I'm gonna buy those Honest Kitchen packages. He seems to really like those. And so with a cup or two of rice, cooked rice, with one package sprinkled over it, mixed in. Then you can also maybe mix in a potato, and what else? You might even be able to, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try. We can even mix in some pulp from apples and carrots that you juice, that comes out of the juicing machine, out of the whatever is mixed up and shredded, and where the juice has been squeezed out of, so that dried pulp, I mean, still not dry, but it is, the juice is out of it, but it still contains vital fiber and minerals and vitamins, full of vitamins. So that can also be mixed into it. I think we can make our own dog food and just spend a little bit more time. It just takes 10 more minutes or 15 more minutes to make it. It's not so time consuming, actually. And we can mix that together every day, mix something for the dog, and the dog can eat it at once, or maybe it can be split, and the dog eats half of it, and then in the evening the dog eats the other half. And we always also have dry dog food for him in in his dish, so that if he is hungry in between or he wants to eat something, then he can eat some kibbebitzos as well. But we also make this main dish for him, which is very important and nutritious and very good for the bowel and good for the stomach and everything. So yeah, and then we mix in a like a half a teaspoon of kelp seaweed powder, which was recommended by Dr. Andrew Jones, because that cleans the teeth, that repairs the tooth enamel even, and it can prevent any kind of tooth problems for the future, and it can actually repair teeth, and we are taking this as well every day, and I noticed a drastic improvement. I already talked about this before, I can't mention this often enough. So this is very, very important, and that will, if everyone did this, that would put the whole dentistry business out of income, out of customers. So yeah, but wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't, I mean, if I was a dentist, why do I become a dentist? Do I become a dentist because I want to make money, or because I want to help people? Or maybe because this is exciting and it's a good thing. So doing it for money is not the right reason. And it's people who don't want anyone to know about holistic treatments, and that's a pity. And I'm telling you, all of you, be glad if people are healing their teeth. Switch your job, become a holistic dentist, become a holistic. There's still enough people who who don't know about this. I mean, you're probably not going to run out of customers that soon. We in this area where we live, we don't have enough dentists. Actually, there are so many people with rotten teeth, and just a few dentists. And so I think we should all embrace all the corrupt dentists too. You should go inside of yourself, and you should look at yourself and look at your own intentions and see, what do I really want the world to do? Do I want them to heal, or do I want them to have rotten teeth and keep coming to me and giving me money? So, this is the question. I personally would much rather see the people heal their teeth, and even if I went out of business, if I was a dentist, then I would open up a bottle of cranberry cider, and I would say cheers with Paul and say, thank goodness I don't have to be depressed anymore with this kind of horrific profession. Thank goodness we can go travel now to the hot springs and spend more time in nature and enjoy things, and maybe switch courses of career course. I personally don't have a career. I am a career life masterer, attempting to master. So this is my career. My career is to conquer depression. Okay, I've already come a long way, so I'm getting there. It's getting better, and it's a lot of work. People don't know. You don't get a diploma for that, but yeah, and that's why the internet is like a present for me. It really is. It's a present from the infinite. That's why I'm such a strong believer in the technology age, and in the development of AGIs and the singularity, because I really believe that this development will lead to some major breakthroughs and some major advancements towards making the world a better place for all living beings equally much. Yeah, so that was my thought today on dog food ethics, and as usual it brings me to every other subject as well, because it all ties in with one another. So yeah, good dog food, safe dog food, ethical dog food. It's very important that we pay attention to this and not just buy any dog food out there. That don't pay any company money that conducts tests on animals. Okay, stay away from all of those. Cosmetic too, or food or anything. Stay away from all companies that are on on the on the negative side, on the minus side, on Peter's lists. Okay, so the minus list of manufacturers. Go and look that up. It's very important. Okay, you guys take care. Bye bye.